Today we want to celebrate Habiba Akhil. And she's been doing an incredible amount of work to help ensure that our neighbors just to the west of us in the Navajo Nation have supplies during this tough time with respect to Corona. And we know, right, that the Navajo Nation's been heavily impacted disproportionately from everyone else. But we also, what a lot of times people forget in Albuquerque is they're literally like on the other side of the volcanoes. So we have a very close chapter. Tohajali is the closest that is really just adjacent to Albuquerque. So they're our neighbors, of course, in many ways, but just as a geographic education, we want to remind folks that they're part of that One Albuquerque ecosystem, literally through the chapter houses that are close by. Of course, Alamo is pretty close too. I think that's about maybe 60 miles away. But in any event, what is important is what Habiba, along with Representative Anthony Allison, have been doing. And they have arranged 30,000 bottles of water from the Islamic Council of North America, which is based in Dallas. But of course, we have our tremendous Islamic Center right here in the heart of Albuquerque. And to be delivered to Shiprock on the New Mexico side of the Navajo Nation, of course, out where Representative Allison represents. And so this is in addition to the 18-wheeler of food, water, hand sanitizer, and PPEs from Islamic Relief USA. So we're honoring Habiba for her work, but also I just want to thank the Islamic Council and Islamic Relief for stepping up and truly being helpful for a community in need. And I know I've talked to some of the leaders out on the Navajo Reservation, and this is something, you know, they're so grateful for. And I think also in a pleasant way, they've been surprised that Albuquerque and various parts of our community, including our faith communities, have been so helpful. And that's awesome, right? They didn't know that they had such good neighbors just to the east. And so that's a great thing for our city. So Habiba, this is for you. This is your certificate. Congratulations on all your efforts that truly represent One Albuquerque. We also have a cool One Albuquerque pin for you. And so we'll find a way to get these to you. And with that, we'd love to hear a few words from you and other members of the community, and we'll take it from there. So go ahead.
Sure. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor Keller and City of Albuquerque for giving me this award. I always have been an advocate for human rights here and in overseas. When I heard that the Navajo Nation in New Mexico was struggling in facing the coronavirus pandemic, I was ready to help. It baffled me to learn that there are areas of the Navajo Nation which do not have fresh water supply in their homes for their daily needs. I contacted two charitable organizations that I am familiar with and asked them for immediate help and relief for the Navajo Nation in New Mexico. These two organizations are Islamic Relief USA and ICNA, which stands for Islamic Council of North America USA. And I just was amazed. I think it's a miracle that they just immediately responded and shipped Islamic Relief shipped 30,000 bottles of water from Dallas to Shiprock. I told them, and I made it very clear to them, that I live in New Mexico. I have been living in New Mexico for 46 years now. This is my home. And I said, I want to make sure that these water bottles reach our Navajo people on the New Mexico side. Do not take them to the Arizona side. I made it very clear. And they didn't know about the Navajo Nation existence at all. And I said, is there a difference? I said, yes, New Mexico has our own population of Navajos. So I was very clear in telling ICNA and Islamic Relief to please take whatever help and supplies to the Navajo people in New Mexico side. So Islamic Relief stepped up immediately with 30,000 bottles of water. And ICNA, Islamic Council of North America, I contacted them and they said, no worries, sister, we will do what we can do. And I said, again, don't take it to Window Rock, take it to Shiprock. So they took a semi full of 9,000 pounds of food, 500 masks, and again more water bottles and hand sanitizers. I don't even know. I wish I was there. And I was coordinating every day with our representative, Anthony Allison, to be my liaison from between Albuquerque and Shiprock. And he is an amazing representative we have who is so humble and so was full of gratitude that he wanted to meet Sister Salinas Imam, who I really want to thank for taking the time to drive herself from Phoenix to Shiprock with all the provisions, the 9,000 pounds of food, 500 masks, and I don't know what, God knows what more. But I really want to acknowledge her interest and her energy and her capacity to go out of the way and drive herself with 7 volunteers and take all these provisions to Shiprock. And Mr. Representative, State Representative Anthony Allison was there. Besides the Islamic Relief, who responded very quickly and immediately, and ICNA, USA, Relief, and Sister Salinas, I would really like to thank Dr. Stan Atsity, Sandia National Labs, and his nephew, Joaquin Montoya, for donating 2 big, huge banners, which we designed and put it together. And they did not charge me a penny for that. And we took the banners, we took a lot of photographs when the trucks were passing through Albuquerque. Lastly, the most important person in this whole thing was the non-stop effort and help of Kyle Jim. He is the chief coordinator for the North Diné COVID relief effort. And this man just goes nonstop. He was there 24 hours, 7 days a week, I guess, trying to unload all the aid which was being shipped from different places. And he was the one who received it, and he was the one who stored it, and he was the one who helped me out to coordinate everything. I really want to just put a little bit of my reason for this. I think little is really known about the Navajo Nation in general. And I felt that it is very sad and very heartbreaking for me that even in this age of the 21st century, we in America, the greatest country in this world, there are places, some areas which do not have drinking water. They do not even have water to wash their hands. They don't have running water in their houses. And that was appalling for me. I couldn't understand. I'm from India. I came 46 years ago. And I know people there where they do not have water in villages. But here in America, this was something which was a wake-up call for me. And I really want everyone to notice that we do have people in this country, in our own state, who are really suffering, who are in need of basic necessities like food and water and masks to fight the epidemic and the pandemic. Thank you all. I really would like to give you a website, www.navajo-nsn.gov. N as in Norway, S is in Sweden, N as in Norway.gov. And our delegate, Eugenia Newton of New Mexico chapter and the New Mexico side, shared this website with me. And she said, if you need more information about the Navajo Nation, please go on this website and learn about our people. They really need a lot of help. Thank you, Mayor, for acknowledging this and recognizing my work. Thank you so much.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks so much for those wonderful remarks too, and for helping continue to educate everyone about the situation. And I love your New Mexico pride too, just that, you know, we know, of course, the coordination with Arizona and so forth, but actually, interestingly, this has been a little bit of an issue as the further away you get from Window Rock, at least what some of the chapters told me too, it's been harder to get the relief supplies. So while we love our state and that boundary that means nothing really to folks on the reservation, it has meant a lot just with respect to how aid's being distributed. So it's really good that we got some aid up through the Shiprock side. So thank you so much. And also Selena and the other folks who helped out. Just thank you for being part of that spirit that we're all in this together, and also for recognizing that unfortunately there are big challenges right in our backyard, as well as all over the country, or all over the world. But this is one where we've been able to step up. So great job. Thank you so much. And I know actually we're going to kind of formally wrap up, but if folks want to continue to share information or so forth, we have our volunteer coordinator on the phone, David as well, and of course, Doug from the mayor's office. So with that, I want to say thank you and stay safe and healthy to everyone. And let's continue to follow your inspiration, Habiba. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor.